A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Preeti Yadav. I am working as Assistant Professor of Physics in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. I am from Applied Science Department. Today I will discuss waveguide types and their advantages, disadvantages and application from Unit 4 and the lecture number 27. Waveguide means at a frequency higher than 3 gigahertz, transmission of electromagnetic energy along the transmission lines and cables using transmission lines and cables becomes difficult. Means it is difficult with frequency higher than 3 gigahertz transmission of wave using transmission lines and the cables. This is due to the losses that occur both in solid dielectric needed to support the conductor in case of transmission lines and in the conductor themselves. A metallic tube can be used to transmit EM wave at the above frequency. Basically क्या है, जो transmission lines और cables है, अगर frequency greater than है 3 gigahertz, then it is impossible, becomes difficult using transmission lines and cables, and this is due to the losses that occur in the solid dielectric needed to support the conductor and in the conductor themselves. Therefore, a metallic tube can be used to transmit EM waves at the above frequency, and that metallic tube, a hollow metallic tube or of uniform cross section for transmitting EM waves by successive reflection from the inner walls of the tube is called waveguide. Means it is a hollow metallic tube of uniform cross section in which in the inside of waveguide there is a successive reflection, like total internal reflection from the inner walls of the tube is called waveguide. These are the wave propagation. This is a waveguide rectangular and this is the circular. Mainly two waveguides are used. There are other waveguides, but basically two waveguides are generally used for transmission of waves. Now, basic features of waveguides are: first, waveguide may be used to carry energy between pieces of equipment or over longer distances, to carry transmitter power to an antenna or a microwave signals from an antenna to a receiver. Waveguides are made from copper, aluminum. These metals are extruded into long rectangular or a circular pipes. An electromagnetic energy to be carried by waveguide is injected into one end of the waveguide. मीन्स एक साइड से आप एनर्जी को क्या करोगे, इंजेक्ट करोगे और दूसरी साइड से क्या करोगे, उसको रिसीव करोगे. The electric and magnetic field associated with signals bounces off the inside walls back and forth as it progresses down the waveguides. Because we know that the electromagnetic wave, it is a combination of electric and magnetic field. These are the basic features for waveguides. Now electromagnetic field configuration within the waveguide means क्या configuration होगी, किस side wave electric field की direction होगी, क्या magnetic field की direction होगी. In order to determine the electromagnetic field configuration within the waveguide, Maxwell's equation should be solved subject to appropriate boundary conditions at the walls of the guide. Such solution give rise to a number of field configuration. Each configuration is known as a mode. The following are the different modes possible in a waveguide system. Possible types of mode: first is transverse electromagnetic wave. Here both electric and magnetic fields are directed component, means Ez is not equal to 0 and magnetic field component also not equal to 0. Transverse electric wave means TE wave here only the because there is a E means electric field is purely transverse to the direction of propagation, and the magnetic field is not purely transverse. That is, Ez is equal to 0, Hz is equal to 0, not equal to 0. Because we know that the EM waves has a transverse nature. Transverse means wave propagation, the propagation of EM wave is perpendicular to electric as well as magnetic field. Therefore, in transverse electromagnetic fields, both components are directed, both electric magnetic are directed component, means Ez is not equal to 0 and Hz, no sorry, Ez is equal to 0 and Hz is equal to 0. In transverse electric wave, Ez is equal to 0 and Hz not equal to 0. In transverse magnetic means TM wave, here only magnetic field is transverse to the direction of the propagation, and the electric field is not purely transverse. Therefore, Ez is not equal to 0 and Hz is equal to 0. And the fourth is hybrid wave, means neither electric nor magnetic fields are purely transverse to the direction of propagation. That is, Ez is not equal to 0 and Hz is not equal to 0. These are the X, Y and Z. This is the direction of propagation. This is a component of E and H along Z. Ex, Hx along x-axis and Ey, Hy along y-axis. Here, these red lines represent magnetic field and the blue lines represent electric field. This is the TE mode, means electric field is purely transverse to the direction of propagation. This is the direction of propagation. Therefore, this is the TE mode. And TM mode, here, this is red represent magnetic field and this is blue represent electric field. Here, this is a magnetic field is transverse, this is wave propagation, and this is perpendicular to the wave propagation, means this is transverse to the direction of propagation. These are the four modes, possible types of modes: TAM, TE mode, TM mode, and the hybrid wave, means HE mode. Now the types of the waveguides. First is rectangular waveguide. From the name it is clear, means rectangular shape waveguide. Any shape of cross section of a waveguide can support EM waves, of which rectangular and circular waveguides have become more common. There are any other shapes, elliptical and other, but most commonly used is rectangular and the circular waveguides. A waveguide having rectangular cross section is known as rectangular waveguides. This is the rectangular shape and this is the rectangular waveguide. Dimension of the waveguide, which depends upon the operating frequency range. Now first is the size of the waveguide determine its operating frequency range. मीन्स किस frequency range में ये work करेगा, ये किस पे depend करता है, size पे. The frequency of operation is determined by the dimension A. This is the height is B, this is the width is A. The frequency of operation is determined by the dimension of A. This dimension is usually made equal to 1/2 the wavelength at the lowest frequency of operation. This frequency is known as the waveguide cutoff frequency. At the cut-off frequency and below, the waveguide will not transmit energy. At frequency above the cutoff frequency, the waveguide will propagate energy. Therefore, the minimum frequency क्या है, इसमें कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी है, इसके अबव अगर बिलो होता है और इसके इस इक्वल टू कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी है तो आपकी वेव प्रोपेगेट नहीं, वेवगाइड प्रोपेगेट नहीं करेगी एनर्जी. अगर इससे इफ frequency is higher than cutoff frequency, then the waveguide will propagate energy. Now the wave paths in a waveguide at frequency at different frequency, means inside the waveguide आपकी wave कैसे propagate करती है. like a total internal reflection. This inside the part is pore and outer is the cladding. And we know that the wave at high frequency, this is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. Angle of incidence is A, angle of reflection is angle, no, so B. A is equal to B. Wave incident and then reflected in the same medium, then again incident and then reflected. There is a total internal reflection, this at high frequency. Now if we increase frequency at medium frequency, here wave is propagate, but angle of incidence is smaller as compared to high frequency. Here angle of incidence here higher. In this case, the angle of incidence decreases, also angle of refraction. At low frequency, the angle of incidence also decreases. And this is at cutoff frequency. This is a cutoff frequency. After that, wave propagates inside a waveguide. When a probe launches energy into the waveguide, the electromagnetic field bounces of the side walls of the waveguide as shown in above figure. There's a bounces back there. The angle of incidence and reflection depend upon the operating frequency. This angle of incidence depend on operating frequency. At higher frequency, the angles are large here, angle of incidence are large, and therefore the path between the opposite walls is relatively long. और यहाँ पे path भी क्या है, ये क्या है, ज़्यादा है. वो opposite walls is relatively long. At lower frequency, the angle decreases and the path between the sides shortens. Here, if the frequency range increases, the angle of incidence decreases and path are shorter. When the operating frequency is reached, the cutoff frequency of the waveguide, the signal simply bounces back and forth directly between the side walls of the waveguide and has no forward motion. At cutoff frequency and below, no energy will propagate. Means अब अगर frequency cutoff frequency से low है तो कोई भी wave propagate नहीं करेगी. यहाँ पे क्या है, कोई भी वेव प्रोपगेट नहीं कर रही है, कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी है, इससे नीचे भी नहीं करेगी, इसके अबव ही सारी यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, प्रोपगेट कर रही है वेव, यहाँ पे भी कर रही है, यहाँ पे भी. But here there is a cut off frequency, there is only single wave, there is no propagation. Therefore कट ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी और इससे बिलो पे आपकी वेव प्रोपगेट नहीं करेगी, इससे ज्यादा होगा तो क्या होगा, वेव प्रोपगेट करेगी. Now the parameters of a waveguide. First is cutoff wavelength. It is the maximum signal wavelength of the transmitted signals that can be propagated within the waveguides without any attenuation. This means up to cutoff wavelength, a microwave signals can be easily transmitted through the waveguide. Means it is a minimum, it is a maximum signal wavelength है किसकी, transmitted signals की, जो किससे प्रोपगेट करता है, वेवगाइड से, कोई विदाउट एनी लॉसेस. दिस मीन्स अप टू कट ऑफ वेवलेंथ ए माइक्रोवेव सिग्नल्स कैन बी इजीली ट्रांसमिटेड. अगर इससे कम होगा तो वेव्स क्या होगी, ट्रांसमिट नहीं होगी थ्रू द वेवगाइड. इट इज डिनोटेड बाय लैम्डा सी. लैम्डा सी इज द कट ऑफ wavelength. Now second is group velocity. Group velocity means, from the name it is clear, group means velocity of the envelope. Means group velocity is the velocity with which wave propagates inside the waveguides. किसकी velocity जो wave propagate कर रही है inside the waveguide. If the transmitted carrier means wave is modulated, then the velocity of the modulation envelope form is somewhat less as compared to the carrier signal. This velocity of the envelope is known as group velocity. It is represented by Vg. Now phase velocity, it is the velocity with which the transmitted wave changes its phase. जब वो फेज को चेंज करती है ड्यूरिंग प्रोपगेशन, और वी कैन से इट इज बेसिकली द वेलोसिटी ऑफ पर्टिकुलर फेज, एक ही फेज पे जो वेलोसिटी है वेव है ऑफ द प्रोपगेटेड वेव, it is denoted by Vp. Now wave impedance, it is also known as characteristics impedance. It is defined as the ratio of transverse electric field to that of transverse magnetic field during wave propagation at any point inside the waveguide. Means किसका रेशियो है, ट्रांसवर्स इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का और ट्रांसवर्स मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ड्यूरिंग वेव प्रोपगेशन, जब वेव क्या कर रही है, प्रोपगेट कर रही है इनसाइड द वेवगाइड एट एनी पॉइंट. It is represented by Z. This is the expression for cutoff wavelength. For a standard rectangular waveguide, the cutoff wavelength is, sorry, before this there is one slide is a representation of modes. ये हम भूल गए थे. This is representation of modes. The general symbol of representation will be TEMN or TM, transverse electric, transverse magnetic, MN, where the subscripts M, here M indicates the number of half wave variation of the electric field intensity along the B, means y dimension of the waveguide, dimension of the waveguide. The second subscript N indicates the number of half wave variation of the electric field in the A means A side, A dimension of the guide. Here is the B dimension of the guide. The TE10 has the longest operating wavelength and is designated as the dominated mode. It is the mode for the lowest frequency that can be propagated in a waveguide. This is all done. Now expression for cutoff wavelength. For a standard rectangular waveguide, the cutoff wavelength is given by lambda c is cutoff wavelength, that is equal to 2 under root m by a square plus n by b square. A or B are measured in centimeter. These are the dimension for the rectangular waveguide. Now the next is circular waveguide. Circular means structure of the waveguide is circular. This is a circular. A hollow, this is a metallic tube, hollow metallic tube of uniform circular cross section. This is uniform cross section of the waveguide is uniform. For transmitting electromagnetic waves by successive reflection, same, there is a successive reflection inside the waveguide from the inner walls of the tube. If there is a inner walls of the tube is called circular waveguide. Same as rectangular, but the shape is here circular as compared to rectangular. The circular waveguide is used in many special applications in microwave techniques. It has the advantage of greater power handling capacity. The power handling capacity of circular is higher and lower attenuation for a given cutoff wavelength. However, the disadvantage is somewhat greater size and weight. इसका disadvantages क्या है? इसका size क्या होता है? बड़ा होता है and weight ज्यादा. The polarization of the transmitted wave can be altered due to the minor irregularities of the wall surface of the circular guide, whereas the rectangular waveguide the polarization is fixed. इसमें polarization means एक specified direction of the electric field as well as magnetic. इसमें क्या है, पोलराइजेशन जो ट्रांसमिटेड वेव का वो चेंज होता है ड्यू टू द माइनर इरेगुलरिटीज ऑफ द वॉल. मींस जो वॉल है इनसाइड द सर्कुलर वेवगाइड की, उसकी वॉल में जो इरेगुलरिटीज है उसकी वजह से इसका पोलराइजेशन क्या हो जाता है, चेंज हो जाता है. बट रेक्टेंगुलर वेवगाइड का पोलराइजेशन क्या है, फिक्स्ड रहेगा. Same, the representation of modes in circular, the waves of lowest frequency or the dominant mode in the circular waveguide is the TE11 mode, the dominant mode in the circular waveguide. The first subscript M is the M, this is N, indicates the number of full wave variation of the radial component of the electric field around the circumference of the waveguide. The second subscript N indicate, this is N, indicate the number of half variation. This first is means full wave variation of the radial component is the half wave variation across the diameter. Now next is the comparison between the rectangular and the circular waveguides. First is rectangular waveguide prefer over circular waveguide. What is the advantages of rectangular waveguide over circular waveguide? For a similar operating frequency, a rectangular waveguide is not suitable in some application as it is smaller in size than a circular waveguide. Some application that is smaller in than a the polarization not maintained by the wave through the circular waveguide. That is the circular symmetry of the waveguide may reflect the possibility of the wave without maintaining its polarization throughout the length of the guide. Means polarization इसका fix रहता है. इसका क्या होता है? In previous slide discuss due to symmetry of the circular इसका polarization क्या होता है? Change होता है. The frequency difference between the lowest frequency in the dominant mode and the next mode of rectangular waveguide is bigger than that in circular waveguide. Means जो frequency का difference है लोवेस्ट फ्रीक्वेंसी में डोमिनेंट मोड है जिस मोड में ट्रेवल करी एंड द नेक्स्ट मोड ऑफ रेक्टेंगुलर वेवगाइड इज बिगर देन दैट इन सर्कुलर वेवगाइड. नाउ what is the advantages of circular waveguide over rectangle? First, in their shape, the use of circular termination and connection is allowed, which are easier to manufacture and the attachment. जो इसमें टर्मिनेशन एंड कनेक्शन है सर्कुलर की वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग उनकी इजी है, अटैच उनको इजी है. Due to the T0 mode in circular waveguides, which has a lower attenuation, lower loss per unit length of the waveguide, these are suitable for long distance communication. The rotary joints are also made by the circular waveguides, which are needed when a section of the waveguide should be able to rotate, such as for feet of revolving antennas. These are the advantages of circular waveguide over rectangular waveguide. Now, what is the advantages of the waveguides? Waveguides have several advantages over two-wire and the coaxial transmission lines. First is skin effect tends to increase the effective resistance of the conductor. Although energy transfer in coaxial cable is caused by electromagnetic field motion and the magnitude of the field is limited by the size of the current carrying area of the inner conductor. Because in coaxial cables, the transfer of energy is due to electromagnetic field motion और जो electromagnetic field motion का किस से इफेक्ट करता है? जो करंट कैरिंग एरिया होता है किसका? इनर कंडक्टर का. The small size of the center conductor is even further reduced by skin effect and the energy transmission by coaxial cable becomes less efficient than by waveguides. Dielectric losses are also lower in the waveguide than in two-wire and the coaxial transmission. The dielectric in waveguide is air, which has a much lower dielectric loss than conventional insulating materials. However, waveguides are also subject to dielectric breakdown caused by standing waves. Power handling capacity is another advantage of waveguides. Waveguides can handle more power than the cables and the coaxial lines of the same size because power handling capability is directly related to the distance between conductors. Now, but some disadvantages of waveguides are waveguides are difficult to install because of their rigid hollow pipe shape. Because rigid होती है इनकी और hollow pipe shape होती है, special coupling at the joints are required to assure proper operation. Cost has more and decrease the practically of waveguide system at any other microwave frequency. Waveguides are generally rigid in nature, hence sometimes cause difficulty in application where the few flexibility जहाँ पे required होती है वहाँ because ये rigid है तो इनका क्या हो जाता है difficult हो जाता है application. It is somewhat large in size, size is large and bulkier as compared to other transmission lines. Now, these are the application of waveguide. Waveguide is an indispensable technology for all industries that make use of transmitting system. Waveguide are used to transfer electromagnetic power efficiently from one point in space to another, from source to receiver. Lower attenuation for a given cutoff wavelength. Now the important question related to today's lecture: what is waveguide? Explain its features. What is rectangular and the circular waveguide? This is all about today's lectures. Thank you.